Tyler Perry's accuser is starting to speak out. He just dropped a text message and juicy details about what happened. Let's get into the news.
Tell us about the first time you ever met Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I met him at his studio opening party in 2019. I was working for an events company, and we met, and he said to me, are you an actor? And I said, well, not right now. I'm working on it, but not right now. And he said, yeah, you are. We need to talk. You should get my number and we'll talk about this.
Did any of your initial interactions give you pause?
A few of them were, did give me pause, but they weren't bad enough to think like this was a dangerous situation in the beginning. Yeah.
According to your lawsuit, at one point early on, he bought you a car.
Yeah, he'd seen my Jeep around the studio that I was driving, and he said, that's not a great car.
Let's get this out the way first. I believe Tyler Perry is zesty. But just because somebody is zesty does not make them a rapist. And just because the other dude is zesty, the white boy, because he definitely looks zesty, that doesn't give Tyler Perry the right to try to sexually assault him. Now, what I think about this whole situation is, I think the white boy just mad, man. And Tyler Perry wanted to fuck on him. The white boy wasn't going for it. He probably didn't get something he wanted. The nigga already bought you a truck. You claimed you were supposed to get some role in some movie or some TV show or something. Once that shit hit the fan, now you want to come out with these allegations. If the shit was really about getting this guy locked up about sexually assaulting you, then it wouldn't be about money. It would be about getting this nigga locked up. Not about you getting $260 fucking million because you got your feelings hurt and your goddamn peanut butter jar busted open.
The complaint includes multiple screenshots of text messages allegedly between Dixon and Perry.
Picture where he's on the jet ski. Well, I said, nice picture. And he said, yeah, the water looks calm. And he said, nice picture. You don't see that stud in that picture? Rude. And I said, LOL, yes, that's a stud. And all these texts, I tried to de-escalate them and make a joke out of them.
Some of the messages more sexual in nature.
One of them says, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that in therapy yet? I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you.
Now, the complaint also alleges that in January of 2020, there was an escalation from the text messages to Tyler Perry's behavior becoming physical. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that first alleged incident?
Yes. We were over at his house. We're having some drinks in his guest house, and it was late at night, and he has a guest quarters, and said that you can sleep there instead of not driving, and his house is far from Atlanta and where I was living. And I got into bed, and then I noticed that he climbed into bed with me as well and started rubbing my leg. And I jumped up out of bed, and he has said, turn around so I can look at you, and just commented on how I looked, and then he got up and left. So I thought after that instance, it was pretty clear that I was not interested in that type of a relationship. It was very, very strange. I mean, I think it's okay that people try to make a move or shoot their shot, but if they get rejected, I think that they should stop. And so I thought it would stop after that, and it didn't. It got to a point in the night where, we were both kind of feeling drunk, and I remember we were walking back to the guest area where I've stayed before, and there was this health monitor scale on the way. And I was like, what is that? And he said, well, you have to be in your underwear to measure, whatever, so you should do it. He reached down and pulled my underwear down and grabbed my ass, and I tried to stop him and pull back my underwear up, and he kind of grabbed my arms and said, no, it's okay. Just go with it. And I said, stop, I don't want to be naked, I don't want this. And he was just like, no, I'm not going to hurt you, and just continued. And in that moment, unless someone's been through something where they have their control over their bodies taken away, you don't really understand the kind of feelings that you get in that moment. It was almost like every thought came through my head: to run, to fight, to freeze. I didn't know what to do.
If you are in a work-related incident where somebody is sexually assaulting you, why do you keep going around this person? Why do you keep texting them back? You keep feeding into the shit. If I don't want to be around somebody, I'm not responding to no text messages, no phone calls. I'm not being around you at work, and I'm alerting the authorities immediately. Why you just didn't do that? You went on with this shit for months. You playing a fucking role. Now you playing fucking victim, bro. You not a victim. You wasn't a victim until that nigga said, hey, I'm not shooting that show you got until you suck some thing, nigga. You just didn't want to do it. He probably wanted to pound on you too much and you couldn't take it. Now your ass wants some motherfucking money. And I don't believe this shit. Well, anyway, tell me what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys back here in another video.